Let's go back in time and see how well XRP has performed since January 1st of this year. So we're going to go on December 31st right here, and let's hit play. What's up guys, Kevin Cage back with another XRP update. Like and sub if you want daily crypto news, and let's dive right in. So, taking a measuring tool from January 1st alone, just 4 months ago, even from the bottom of the candle, we can see XRP's at $1.75 today, still holding. That's approximately a 700% increase. Overall, an 8x your investment, yet people were saying that we're going to zero, never coming back, XRP's a scam. And that's just something I want you guys to pay attention to, because there will always be naysayers. There will always be FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. FUD is the acronym in every single market. And with that, there is massive opportunity. And actually something, before I get into some XRP news and talk more about XRP price, I wanted to touch on this. So a really good friend of mine that actually is involved in crypto, of course, he shot this over to me this morning. I just want to highlight it really quick. So this is Patrick David of Valuetainment. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this gentleman. And it's a quick video clip just talking about the most underrated skill set of millionaires. And what is that skill set? It's the ability to do their own research, but looking at both sides and entertaining both ideas entirely without fully accepting them. And that's what I always talk about. I know I goof around and I try to quote Aristotle on this channel, but because it's very, very valuable in the investment space. So what does he say? Well, the most successful people that he's met, at least financially in terms of investments or business ventures, have the ability to do their own research and entertain both sides, the good of that potential venture or investment and the bad and the negativity. So let's apply it to the XRP community. So whether you found XRP at 20 cents or half a penny early on, or even when we were at $2 or $3 in 2018, we all had the ability to do this. We had the ability to see the potential upside, the use case, the potential positive outcome for XRP with success and utility driving this market. It is obviously very, very high. Then you have to look at the bad side of that investment. You see a lot of Bitcoin maximalists or even Ethereum maximalists hating on XRP, scam coin, bankers coin, security token, blah, 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 blah. And if you only focused on the negative things they said about the investment, you wouldn't have been able to actually stick to the facts and see all the building that's going on. You wouldn't understand the actual token economics. People would say, oh, the holdings are centralized or this, but they never actually went on to understand the escrow and then compare it to other assets. It was just a joke. It's complete tribalism. So when you can only see one way, you're going to miss the exact opposite side of a potential opportunity. So of course, I saw the FUD, I saw the positivity, I saw the year-over-year growth projections and actual utility growing on this network. And of course, we enter, we hold, we wait. And yet again, we are on the right side of history. So just a waiting game. It does not take IQ. It doesn't take intelligence. It is a game of psychology and patience. So anyways, let's keep moving here. We have a whale alert. We have roughly 22 million XRP. This is valued at about $38 million on the move. Let me refresh this because I know it was longer than 20 minutes ago at this point. Let's see. So about 1 hour ago, guys, so tons of XRP on the move. I know that we are anticipating more exchanges relisting it in the near future. Next, this is really cool. This is shared by Jamil Kays. Now, this is actually an old screenshot of David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple, years ago, and he's just talking about something very, very interesting. And of course, you can see some old transactions, and notice we have this gold bullion International. Now, what is this? Well, right here, it is possible to make a payment with gold on the Ripple network. Now, Ripple network, RippleNet, but primarily the XRP ledger is what they called it. They used to call XRP, the actual token, the digital asset, Ripples. Okay, or even just like X Ripple protocol. So right here, Ripple secured the same asset custodian for gold that is now working with the Canadian Mint, no big deal, and a company called the Gold Bullion International GBI are already issuing balances on the Ripple ledger. There are also there are also custody assets. I think that's a typo. They're also custodying assets for, or they already custody assets for Merrill Lynch. And of course, we can go back to, Merrill Lynch and a lot of these groups that were actually founding members of the Global Payment Steering Group, which is RippleNet. So no stone unturned. Let me see right here. XRP is an asset that can be used for settlements. It's kind of like gold that can instantly teleport around the world. And of course, it's extremely, extremely fungible too. Okay, so just wanted to touch on that, guys. Next, we have Roth Economin. So Ripple partner CIMB is working with Ant Group. We've talked about Ant Group. We've talked about Tencent, Alibaba, all these massive, massive groups based out of China. Of course, Ant is one of the biggest IPOs in history. And notice, for an e-wallet called TNG Digital with $150 million in funding that will be over soon, I believe. Over soon. 2 days later, announced a partnership with Gcash, and this reminds me of almost Bcash with another Ripple partner, to power micro lending. Now we have G Credit in the Philippines as well. Gcash also works with Ripple partner SBI Remit in the Philippines. What is brewing? I love the speculation. We're going to keep an eye on this. All links are down below with Finance Yahoo, etc., MSN. So we will keep an eye on this. And even we have another good point. Gcash is also a Tranglo partner. Tranglo? Utilizing on-demand liquidity, XRP, guys, and Gcash is big here in the Philippines. Then when you go to Utility Scan, you can actually see the live ODL flows of XRP between these countries. And yes, it is still very low. It's low volume. What does that mean? It means there's more upside when they actually turn up that volume, that frequency, and transaction size. Okay? Next, so I actually found this pretty funny. This is Nerdstown City. So told my buddy about XRP last month that he should buy it, sent him a link to YouTube, and today he hits him up. Where was it that you told me to buy XRP? I'm trying to get some. And I'm like, you would have been up 50% when I told you. This was on April 8th. So this was when we were even a lot cheaper. So April 8th, where was XRP on April 8th? Let's go back to the daily and let's just take a peek. So let's see, April 8th is approximately 95 cents. So even if he just bought, hopefully he bought then, he still would have doubled his money yet again. But remember, every percent counts, every single percent, every penny counts. So we're still going to be before the majority of people, but I just wanted to point that out, guys. This is a game of patience, okay? Now, right here, so Flare Networks, for anybody that's curious, remember to claim your Spark if you've been here and you held XRP in early December of 2020. The claim deadline is on June 11th. You can claim anything or any of that Spark that you are owed anytime until that point. Remember, you can go to Flare Networks and you can go to their website, flare.xyz, and they also have a blog available. You can read more about that. Okay, remember, unlocking value, it all starts with XRP. Next up, we have Ashish Burla. This is such a cool thread. I almost want to read it verbatim. I'm just talking about how big this industry is, and there's a few analogies that are so powerful that, of course, apply to XRP. So it seems like every week there's a new milestone for crypto. Today, it is the Coinbase IPO. Arguably, or not arguably, became the largest or highest valued exchange in crypto history, turning heads left and right in the financial industry. And yes, now they're hearing about the, obviously these IPOs that are going to turn even more heads in the future, catch more attention for digitization, the crypto asset, all this hot verbiage, and this will continue to grow. Last week, it was the crypto's market cap hitting $2 trillion. Funny enough, we're well above that now. And today's news is hard to imagine even 2 years ago. So Ashish Burla is actual GM of RippleNet. He's been in the space for quite some time. I always love watching his interviews. I really appreciate his opinion as well and everything that he's done for XRP adoption. Specifically, even the LOC line of credit, that use case that's going to be ramping up for their financial customers to leverage XRP, buying it on credit. Love it. So many investors to regulators doubted crypto's ability to even survive, much less thrive. And yes, it will continue to do so. So now we see headlines daily of another company adding crypto to their balance sheet or maybe integrating into their products of crypto. And at the same time, much of the old guard, the legacy, the old people that still kind of remain in power, so to speak, is still in a stalemate. The likes of HSBC, one of the biggest banks in the world, but they are RippleNet, believe it or not, and others are going so far as to ban the buying of even Bitcoin-backed shares. They're just trying to put off the inevitable, guys. So it's not unlike when Amazon, the company, came on the scene in 1995. Incumbents rolled their eyes, never envisioning the monumental impact the internet would have. The addressable market share wasn't books. It was everything you could buy, but people didn't see that. The average person didn't see it. I certainly didn't. And now, for better or worse, Amazon Prime is the way of life. Now remember, Ripple's created a lot of things. And of course we have the XRP ledger, but we have Interledger Protocol in Apple, the company Apple, called Interledger Protocol, the ILP, essentially the Amazon Prime of the internet. They're working with them years ago, guys. Like you can see in conferences in 2015 with Stephen Thomas. This is not a coincidence. This is something that we're paying attention to because we're not trying to miss the next wave, because I did not catch the Amazon wave. I watched it. So, IBM was the only tech company within the top 100 Fortune 500 companies in 1991. Today, it is an undeniably different story. Tech completely disrupted media, commerce, entertainment, incumbents. Will history repeat itself with pre-internet FIs or financial institutions and fintech and crypto? My bet is absolutely. It may not happen the same way, but it will definitely rhyme. Crypto innovation is only accelerating while many incumbents are standing still or putting out vague press releases, but with no real action. Agreed. My message to the old guard: the tides are turning quicker than ever. Don't be the last one on the boat. HSBC. Next up, guys, we have Gala Games. For any of you gamers in the NFT space, I do in fact hold a little Gala and I'm rooting for them long term. We're in the process of integrating Binance Chain, Flare Networks, awesome, and even 0x Polygon. Remember, this was previously Matic as well, and they're actually integrating them as scaling solutions with cross-platform bridges. There are also several other layer 2 base layer providers we would eventually like to integrate as well. Beautiful. I also saw that constellation.io with DAG, one of my favorite cryptos, is trying to help Pancake Swap. And that would be so powerful, because I've actually heard they said the Graph was another partner they're working with, but they have not seen any success. So enter DAG to help them properly scale. Right here. Also, in other news, guys, CoinDesk, Europe's investment bank plans to settle bonds in euros using blockchain. We're seeing these headlines. We've seen this for the past few years. I'm not even going to bother going into this. This is exactly what we expect. And now, I actually wanted to touch on this. So King Solomon, I'm sure you guys know him in the XRP community, and he goes on to share this. I do find it interesting that these same developers working on Hedera Hashgraph with HBAR are also working on Alliance Block. Probably nothing. And yet again, he's found some absolute gems. So just showing these same developers that are working together. Of course, HBAR, a long-term hold. We love it. It has tons of powerful backing. And along with HBAR and XRP, they're both backed by what organization? Digital Currency Group, that literally owns the subsidiaries. We have Grayscale and even CoinDesk, that media outlet we were just on right here. So yet again, another coincidence, and just wanted to point that out. And remember, he's actually the one that turned me on to Alliance Block and even Ramp. I know he was in them long ago, but I finally saw the chart and the right opportunity for me to at least get a good swing. So yet again, Ramp was a nice asset that we got into. I know I even touched on it. It was saying 2 gems. Let's see, what did I say? Yeah, 2 DeFi gems, Ramp and Alliance Block, kind of pointing that out back on March 8th. And of course, we're at 28 cents today. We're at what, 70, 80 cents maybe. We've gone over $1 with Ramp. So it was actually added to Coinbase custody. And yet again, this is another asset that'll probably have some good upside, at least in this bullish market. And also, we have Alliance Block. I think it actually has still been consolidating for quite some time. Let me see. I think I talked about it, and it was only at like 60 cents maybe. So like, honestly, it really hasn't moved that much. Yeah, right here, 59 cents. So all in all, I know this used to be pennies, but the market cap is still very small. And who is Alliance Block? This is just an asset I recommend you guys to look at. This is not financial advice, but it wouldn't surprise me to see this asset have a market capitalization of maybe 500 million. I think this is well within reach if you guys look at the partners. It's building the world's first globally compliant decentralized capital market. Let's look at a few of their partners. Quant, and we've been a long-term advocate of Quant. Ocean, Ramp. We have API3, one of my babies that Digital Currency Group is also backing. London Stock Exchange, Chainlink, who isn't, Holo, all these organizations, even, Dia, Binance Smart Chain, EnergyWeb. Remember, EnergyWeb's partnered with the XRP Ledger Foundation. They've been at Money 2020, even in Europe. Of course, we've watched old clips of Ripple speaking there, based out of Singapore at the time, when Money 2020 was. So very cool. I think this is worth a look. And yeah, this is a very exciting space, guys. Nonetheless, we're going to take a look where XRP is at, $1.76, and it's just another day waiting. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one.